books I think black men should read. Let's get to it. World's Great Men of Color. Now, this is by J.A. Rogers. This lets you know that our history is not just civil rights and slavery. A lot of times when Black History Month comes up, that's all they talk about. They talk about the same 3-4 people. But this does a deep dive into history, ancient history, and the great people of color that is not taught in schools and sometimes are made white in different paintings and artwork. So it's a deep dive on history. It tells you the truth about people of color. Obviously, a lot of you have heard of this, the autobiography of Malcolm X. I like this. I mean, a lot of people have read it. It's very popular, but I like that as a read in your formative years. I first read it fully through in college, and that was a time where I was in self-discovery, and this really helped jumpstart that, helped me learn about certain things about myself and examine race and how that plays a part in my life. So that is a book that I'm sure many of you read, but if you got like cousins, nephews, sons, things like that, give it to them in their formative years when they're about 18, 19, 20. It'll have a significant impact on them. Black Rage. This is not well known. It's 2 psychiatrists. They talk to Black people and try to figure out what socioeconomical conditions, how that affects their mentality, how that impacts their mindset, and how race intersects with that. So it's a good book on that, and it can help you self-reflect and then see certain behaviors and mindsets in Black people in society as a whole. You can kind of see where the origins of those come from. King Leopold's Ghost. This one is brutal. This is rough. If you think the American slave trade was something, wait till you read that. King Leopold was a king in Belgium, and they occupied and took over the Congo, and some of the atrocities and some of the just the treatment of the Congolese people and all the artifacts and all the artwork that was stolen from there. It is just really a revelation, and the brutality in which they executed this occupation is crazy. I mean, just pillaged the whole land, took all the resources that were worth anything, and just left them like there was nothing. So yeah, King Leopold's Ghost, and a lot of that it shows you that a lot of modern artwork was taken from the Congolese people, and just they took the initial designs and then just put their name on it, and a lot of different artifacts and different things like that originated in the Congo was taken and reshaped and renamed and put a new stamp on it by those in Europe. So if you want to check that out, King Leopold's Ghost. Now, this is a fiction book, but I love it. The Sellout by Paul Beatty or Beatty. Yeah, that can give you a different perspective on race and how Black people kind of still deal with race in modern times, and it's a wild story. I mean, it's a story of a Black man that takes another Black man as a slave in modern day times. So that alone should let you know that this story is going to be a bit outrageous, but it does enlighten you about the race topic and how Black people see themselves. So even though it's fictional, it does have a lot of social commentary that is pretty relevant. And these last 2 are a doozy. You cannot find these in bookstores. These are only on the website. The author is Neely Fuller. And get ready, because this is a mouthful. I thought my book title was a mouthful. This is one. The United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept. And the United Independent Compensatory Code System Concept, a compensatory counter-racist code. So one book is, this will really highlight how you may have been wrong about race and Blackness in general. And it really will make you re-examine race and what your race is, and how you fit into the American system. So this is a real deep book. It's very repetitive, but it really takes a deep dive into race and what blackness means. So Neely Fuller Jr. Just search that name. The website should come up and you can go get the book. And then this is a complement to that book. This is a word guide. Now this one is specifically about words we use in the American lexicon and where they came from and the racial origins of a lot of those words and what they mean and sometimes what they don't mean. Because a lot of words that we have in the language that we use freely, they really don't have a concrete definition. And when you examine them and how they're used, you can really see that it's really nebulous and how race intersects with those words. This book really examines that. Once again, Neely Fuller Jr. Search that and you can come up with the website. You can go get these books on there. These are not sold in bookstores or on Amazon or anything like that. So, but these are two of the deepest books you'll read on race. So this is for my black men. So that was just a brief video. Hope you enjoyed it. Appreciate you watching. Appreciate you listening. And as always, go get my book, A Black Man's Guide for Working in Corporate America, available on Amazon now.